So our pilot will get the ROV in position, and then our videographer will zoom in with the camera on the front of the ROV and get us a great picture.
Okay, do you want to zoom in, Roland?
Ooh, look at this.
Right, now we can get that ship moved.
Looks like the branch of a Christmas tree.
It does.
Ah, jeez.
So happy with 220 pilots?
Yes.
Okay. 20 meter hop?
Yep.
Excellent. I'll call it in.
Okay, I'm almost
Bridge
positive
ROV now.
this is in the genus Piranha.
Let's try it.
Ready for another ship move? Same as last.
Take
20 meters. Bearing 220 degrees, 0.2 knots.
Coming off of it, which is one of the diagnostic characters for that genus. So that was a really good zoom. Thank you.
Good coverage.
Oh,
Just keep losing my toe.
thank you,
That
Chris.
sucked. Sorry, Roland.
That's right. If it's a directional thing, I believe there's even a darker one more to the right. Which way the current's blowing you.
Move initiated. Thank you, Bridge.
All right.
This is a common name for this bottle brush.
Looks like a pipe cleaner to me.
Yeah, that's it, Shirley. Actually, that's what we used to call them.
So does this coral have just really, really tiny polyps? I mean, it just looks like it has a whole bunch of branches.
Yeah.
I don't see any polyps.
See the little tentacles coming out.
Maximum.
Wow, they must be microscopic.
They're really tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, you can see the little, see them on the little branchlets. They're very transparent.
Yeah, I see fuzz on the branches. And those are the polyps? They're that small? What do they eat?
Speaking of small, we should
Plankton.
shoot up the
Really, really small plankton.
Quick laser sweep.
full wide.
There are quite a few of them sort of
Yeah,
scattered
maybe-
around in this area.
Yeah.
Lasers on.
Unfortunately,
Well, I'm going to
I've
call it
forgotten
Piranha Passage with a
which
question
button it
mark.
is. There you go. Laser.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a little curious.
There we go.
Okay,
I'm
Dan,
not
I'm underway,
absolutely
so-
positive. I wish
Up to
the
go.
stock
Yeah.
was on the line here to
Basically, you have to get
confirm
both
that.
toes.
But there's
the
good
ground
video
hold steady,
footage,
'cause-
so we'll figure it out.
And I'm pulling up a bit.
So what else is there here, Shirley, that we should zoom
Well, I
on?
think the
that's
black,
of-
well, there may be different species of black corals here, so if we see another
Really?
one, yeah, there could be.
Do they all have this, sort of bottle brush
They're
morphology? or-
Well, this particular variety has a bottle brush, but we saw some yesterday that were more
branching?
like more
More like a
branching,
bush?
like a feather, for example. Yeah.
It'd be nice if we
Pinnate.
tilt it up a little bit to see more further off
Okay.
in the distance.
Okay.
Dan,
So
should we
what
just
are
keep this
these-
Okay,
Yeah,
pilot, if we can
yeah,
take a look at
just
these
extend
smaller
this move.
fans, please.
Aye, aye.
Like
What,
checking
the
fan.
tan-colored ones or the white
Bridge
ones?
ROV now.
Both.
Both, she says. Both, of course. And
Yeah,
there's
we'd like to
also
just
a
add another
fish.
20 meters to that move, bearing 220. Thank you, Bridge.
That's a good question.
Yeah, the white one in the upper right is a coral.
Let's try something different, Roland. Do you want to?
Thank you, Bridge.
This is a decent angle.
Aft flat is at 100%.
There goes that fish.
Just do a snap zoom.
I'm trying to
Really
count.
pretty.
I'm trying to count the arms. Chris taught me that
The
an
arms.
octocoral has 8 arms. Wow.
until
In the
they go straight
tentacle,
down
well, the
and
little
out.
polyps.
Yeah, the polyps have 8 arms.
Right. It's that orange thing down there on the.
That looks like the
big
attachment for some other stalked animal, right?
I don't
A little bit of a
know.
right turn, push
And
ahead to get back
for
to the
folks
center
that
of my
might
screen.
be joining us here toward the end of the dive, those little red dots are from our
Yeah, that
laser
white one
beams.
down at the bottom.
And the laser points are 10 centimeters apart, about 4 inches.
Some type of left lasers, maybe an enemy. So immediately left of lasers now dark.
I gotta get another one. Sorry.
Still pointed straight down.
Yep.
And the
Wow,
ship
this
is
place is
underway.
covered with that light tan colored. This is a coral, right? We just looked at the white one. We didn't get a
Yeah.
close up of those tan
The other
guys.
one, yeah, not yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. 2, 8 meters.
Looks like those tannish corals are blowing harder in this direction. Maybe getting into more and more current.
Wow, now
Right.
we're back into
Yeah,
the
yeah.
yellow corals again.
This looks like carbonate.
I confirm Roland's
So why
hypothesis.
isn't this covered with any of those
You're still
ash,
directly
you know,
underneath, so you
the
do need
other
to push forward,
volcanic
please.
rubble with just
Really
came
about
from
5
an eruption
meters
on
left on the
land
smooth,
and landed
so
in the water or something?
give you a second to catch up.
Almost seems to be like further down the slope is where the eruption
Okay, now
occurred,
tilting
and
up
then
to fly.
it's got remained unscathed.
Yeah, it could be that, or
darkish
maybe
lower left.
this smooth,
There you go.
if it is coralline,
Put yourself in the middle
limestone
of that picture,
surface
everything is
has been
Okay.
just stripped
A-okay.
by these currents, which are pretty strong down here, of any ash that may have fallen on it. Not sure, Chris.
That's a good point. That's true. If that's
Small
pretty
fish
light
upper
stuff,
right.
it would probably just swept right off of it.
Yeah, could be.
So are those yellow,
Yes,
the yellow
snaps
corals,
and
more of the Analopsamia?
Yep.
Oh, there's a little fish.
Yeah, that's it.
And what about these kind of tan-colored ones? Because there seem to be a lot of those.
Yeah, they are just everywhere here.
Okay. Zoom out.
Oh, there's a black coral.
Yeah,
there's a black coral branching.
Black
Can't
coral.
gorge yet.
Very small. If you look in the Sirius video, you'll see that the entire region around here is this smoothed surface.
So watch leads, just in general, there's a lot of current. It's a little difficult to get a steady shot. I really have to take some time to set down and frame it up. So we'll just do quick snap zooms unless there's something you really want a nice close-up of. And then
Fine.
we'll take the time
I see,
to image it
I
close
see
up.
some very
Yeah,
big
thank you.
tan
Yeah,
corals
thank you.
on
We
the left with
understand.
the blackness. They look about 3 times the size of what we've seen so far.
Where are they at, Roland?
Left off into the darkness, upper left corner.
Those guys over there?
That guy right there.
There are a lot of
Ooh, and a fish.
bigger branching corals off here to the left,
To the
right.
left. Left.
And
Correct.
a fish.
I will slowly make my way over there.
Doesn't look like it's at the right angle for you to get both toes.
what I can try to do.
Not very accommodating, is it?
D2 is 18 meters from waypoint 2.
Excellent.
We've made it to the finish line.
Oh, we made it. Nice.
So, pilot,
Nice
watch
landing
lead.
over there. Yeah, go ahead. Watch lead.
Thank you. I just was wondering what direction the current is relative to the front of the vehicle. Is it right in your face?
So right now, it's coming into my face here. So it's coming from the southeast.
Okay, thank you. It's interesting that all of these fans of coral are oriented more or less perpendicular to the vehicle, so their shape is being...
Yeah, pilot, if we can get a snap of that large fan, please.
Okay.
Oh, big fish. There he goes again.
There's several of them.
Let's zoom in, roll. Oh, yeah, that's
Serious
the fish.
view.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, pretty.
That is beautiful.
Isn't that pretty?
It is really, yeah. Wow. And again, teeny tiny little polyps. It makes these things look
Is
so
this a-
fuzzy and delicate.
Yeah, is this a primnoid also? Let's see.
Got any more zoom, Ron?
It's max zoom.
Yeah, so this is another type of criminality. And
Ships in position, pilots.
it could be Paracliptophora,
hang on
but
here
it
or
also
move
could
up a
be
little bit,
some
Get
type
him
of
moved on, I
Morella.
think, and let's get to waypoint 2.
Okay.
Let's go for a full image specimen.
Yeah,
Beautiful
okay.
image. Thank you, pilot and video. Lovely.
All right, I'll call it in. 20 meters.
Just lost my toe, Roland.
Yep.
Bridge RV nav.
So good.
Ready for another ship move. Same as last. 20 meters, bearing 220 degrees, 0.2 knots.
Up here.
Good
Big
copy.
fish on your right. Big fish on your right. Not too far. He's,
Is he gone?
yeah, he's perpendicular to you
Yeah,
now.
he's yep, full starboard. Going off into the darkness.
See him in Sirius.
I did, but he's gone now.
Okay.
Move initiated. Thank you, Bridge. Watch leads. This is nav.
Go ahead, Nav.
Just letting you know we have 15 minutes left on bottom.
Thank you.
Yep.
Shirley, is there
Okay, so in our
anything here that...
final 15 minutes of our dive, I think we've gotten some snaps. I don't know if we got a snap of the smaller tan-colored fan. Oh, what's that?
Yeah, we're going in on something very weird here on the seafloor. What is that?
Here, let's zoom out and I'll move in closer.
It's like a sponge covered with stuff.
I think it's a tunicate.
A tunicate. Tunicates. Chris, tell your grandmother what a tunicate is. What is a tunicate?
Are you his Is he how he calls you that? He calls you his grandmother?
No, I'm just asking him to simplify it, you know,
Oh,
for
okay.
someone who is not a specialist.
Okay.
Go ahead, Chris.
Camera, Jeff.
It's like probably two of them.
I don't know what
Tilting down.
tunicates are. They're sea squirts.
There
Sea
you go.
squirts.
Sea squirt.
Filter
Yes.
Water and suck it in one
Yep.
hole and
Yep,
look at
that's
that.
out the other
yeah.
Oh, you can see the intake and the outtake on this guy. And he's got a lot of,
Epibionts.
yeah.
That was the word you were searching
Oh,
for. Things
obviously.
growing on living
Yep.
things growing on top of something.
I was going to use commensal, but I guess that doesn't work here.
Commensals are also good.
Actually, I was thinking people who are
This is really
renting.
nice. Squatters.
Okay, yeah, cool. What a
So it looks
beautiful
actually
image.
like there are two of them.
I'm tilting Sirius down to look at you.
They're friends.
Okay, let's see if we get full
All right.
specimen.
Yeah. Okay. Is that good
It's
roll?
amazing, you know, when we zoom in close to the surface like this, we see so much stuff. The biomass just on the seafloor has got to be just enormous.
Ron, I gotta push ahead.
I wasn't asking, I was just talking to science.
Oh, okay.
Note it.
Oh boy. Okay.
Ship has like 1 or 2 more meters in that move.
Big fish off to your right, just out of your light pool. Yeah, if you can
come up.
If you can tilt up a little bit, he should come into view. There he is.
Here is
Is that
a
a
fish. It's
jack?
a jack or
Zoom video. I know he's not maybe cooperative.
I think you were trying to shoot him with the laser.
tuna or jack swimming away really fast.
He visually looked almost half the size of the vehicle.
Whoa.
Ship's in position.
Okay, great. Thanks, Nav.
What a beauty.
D2 and Sirius sitting on waypoint 2.
Excellent.
You're drifting off to the right.
Another one off to
I'm
his right.
100% on my lats going port.
There's a school of them directly
Yeah, you
ahead.
might want to try the
There's a school?
Turn and
turn left and
Yep.
shift
Wow.
forward really
Let's
quick.
look at the
Sorry,
school.
Roland. You said there's a school over there. I can't hold position.
Oh dear. Too bad.
Okay, and you are directly underneath. All's good.
Off in the darkness, I saw about 6.
We're about 244 meters or so.
So if you just want to lollygag around this area and then move ahead, or we could move the ship again, it just continues up slope.
Yeah. I'll just,
What are all
I'll just
those
push
black
out. If we wanna
things?
move, we can.
Yeah, about
I think
10
the
minutes
black
left on
things
the
are the
dive.
shadows
Uh,
of
Thanks, Nav.
those tan
Oh,
So you guys want
fans.
to move? Or
Just hold out.
hold
Are
out?
all of those black? Are all of
Not
those
all
black
of them.
things the Ascidians, the
Might be
tunicates?
something they want to look at up here.
Yeah, let's take a look at those black things.
On the lower
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, it looks like some.
Oh, the
It looks like
darker
what we just
rock-looking things. I believe those
took
are
images
small
of.
tunicates.
Yeah, it's a little community of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Look how many of them there are. Wow.
So tunicates are also a source of chemistry, marine natural products with pharmaceutical relevance. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Usually the ones that are encrusting, thin encrusting, and look like thin encrusting sponges are ones from which, and in fact, there's a drug on the market right now called Yondelis. It's to treat soft tissue sarcoma. It came from a tunicate, a sea squirt that lives on mangrove roots.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So it uses its defensive chemical capability.
To kill other things that are
Yeah.
trying to grow over top of it.
Right.
So I would guess just based on
Oh,
the number
yeah.
of things that
Those
are
are
growing on top
yep.
of these that there's not, that we don't have that similar chemistry.
Okay.
Yeah, really interesting. Look at this. Wow.
So an individual sea squirt will have one intake and one outtake.
Correct.
Right? So the
Yes.
individual on the bottom of the screen isn't an individual. It's a pair.
Looks like conjoined twins.
Yep. Siamese tunicates.
Right. A fleet. That's
Now
what.
that I finally have
Oh.
That's what Tara.
There's a
Tara
bunch of
Harwood
these
said.
guys.
Sure, go
A
ahead.
fleet of tunicates. Really nice.
With all
wow,
kinds-
Wow.
All
Very
kinds
cool.
of critters living on their surfaces. Is that a white sponge on the left-hand side of
Yes,
the
it is.
Wow.
Certainly does look like it. These things are covered with other living things, other epibionts.
Are they attached to the substrate? Okay,
They're
so they don't ever move around.
No.
All right.
These don't. These are attached, and that's why a lot of these attached organisms, these benthic, so bottom-dwelling sessile, can't move around.
Right.
Have evolved chemical defense systems.
Yeah, that makes sense. If you can't move away, you're going to poison anything that comes near.
Now this one looks like it's pretty. These are pretty tough, so it'd be kind of hard for a fish to take a bite out of it. It could do it, but it would be kind of hard. I don't think there are very many things that eat tunicates. They're fairly nasty.
I would think so.
They've got minerals in their tunic. I believe it's vanadium in their tunic.
And their tunic is their outer part.
Yeah. So we could have
There's a lot of them
Tunicate
down
Tuesday. We have, what do we... We have Octopus Friday. I think we said Shark Saturday. How about Tunicate Tuesday?
See the fish again.
Now, what is the fuzzy thing on the right-hand
Oh,
side?
fish coming in from the right. Fish coming in from the right.
Could
Sort of
be.
browny,
Yeah, not
brownish
sure.
color.
Yeah, not sure.
I see him.
He's directly underneath.
Right underneath me. Yep.
Is that an anemone? Anemone?
Okay,
Oh, here he
hang on.
comes.
Here
Here
he
he
comes.
Oh, wait, they're looking for something.
There's a fish in the Sirius view on the right-hand side of the vehicle.
Oh.
He's gone.
Turn one more to the right.
More. I think I can see him.
Big Brother is
There he
always
is.
watching.
There
Oh,
he
cool.
is.
Look at that.
Oh, two of them.
Yep.
Boy, they're
Stop any
gorgeous.
command.
Go ahead.
It's been identified yet. Is that a yellowfin tuna? Yellow
quick.
striped tuna?
Faster than I am.
He's slowing down on the right-hand side on Sirius view.
They're pretty quick.
He's just went underneath
Okay,
of you.
blown off to the right.
Yep. Turn and go back into it.
So has anyone identified that one yet? Is that amberjack according to Chris Kelly?
Yeah, these are amberjacks. They're in the genus Seriola, and I think they could have. I didn't get a good look at
It's
one,
right
but it
underneath
could
it.
be
Yeah, I saw
Seriola landii, which is common in
Yeah,
this
it's
part
right
of the
underneath
Pacific, I think.
Thanks, Chris.
Is that a fisheries important fish?
No, it's not, because it's
So,
cyclotoxic.
Dan, just a little heads up here. When we
Yes.
get ready for recovery, I believe that all the ship has to do is
Interesting, because I
start
thank you for that,
ahead,
because I would not have
that'll
known
take
that.
it into
I
deeper and deeper
really
water.
thought that would have
Yeah.
been a
That's what I was thinking.
An
edible one.
Yeah, if you just make your head what
Yeah,
you
you know,
can,
I'm gonna have to
doing
take
all
that
along
comment back
220.
because it is not
I need to
fish
make
and it's banned being
a-
sold in Hawaii because it's cyclotoxic. But
left
I'm not
turn.
absolutely
I need
sure
to
the
make a
same
left
applies
turn of,
here, and whether this
180
species is
degrees,
vulnerable
and then
to
we'll be
Cyclotera
ready to go. Yeah.
in CNMI.
So all you have
Oh,
to
there's
do
a good
is
point.
in the next 5 minutes.
Can you give us a
push
little
out.
more detailed explanation of that for the
That's it.
viewers at home?
That makes things easy. Well,
Oh boy, I'm
Leave
gonna
I
have
see the
to
whole
reach
thing
back
for you.
and try to remember what I
That's
know
okay,
about
you know,
Cyclotera.
do what I can.
Cyclotera.
So I can talk about Cyclotera.
Hey, Chris, you're off the hook here.
Talk about
5 minutes, so we.
Yeah,
Head
Shirley
up.
will
Well,
take
I've
over.
had Cyclotera twice, so I can definitely talk about Cyclotera. But it's actually there's a microalga that produces the toxin, but it gets sequestered up the food chain, and so sometimes the tastiest fish might have this toxin. It's a neurotoxin, and it does bad things.
Whoa.
Yeah, the first time I had it, I ate a
do the
really
purple one?
delicious little yellowtail snapper,
try
and
it.
ate the whole fish and got really sick.
Oh,
The second
man.
time, though, I got it was from a jack in Jamaica.
Wow.
It's called Cyclotera fish poisoning.
Jeez.
Can zoom in.
Now, I have never seen a gray coral before.
Not pretty.
That is interesting.
It's because it's black.
It's a black coral? Oh, cool. It's a different black coral from any we'd seen before.
For the toe hold. Oh,
Wow.
Partial.
might try to hold it in the water column here. Zoom in.
Chris Kelly thinks that the genus name of this is Acanthopathes. Acanthopathes.
Thanks, Roland.
Lots of different kinds of
but
black
Tina,
corals.
I forgot that she's in the chat room. She's the expert. She's
Yeah.
looking at it
Start
right
off
now.
at the base
So
until you get
whatever she
stabilized.
says, that's what it's going to be.
One says
Well, I think we're on the right track because she
Go to
typed
the base.
in
base.
C-O-R-A.
Oh, is that you?
That's
Okay.
me.
Okay.
Ooh, Tina says,
That's you.
I do not think so.
It's hard to tell sometimes.
Ah. And Asako says another long branch coral to the left. Maybe we could take
I'm
a look
holding.
to the left
Holding.
Yeah.
when we're
Holding.
done here,
Yeah.
of course.
Pulling out.
Right when I get the toe hold.
Oh,
Tilt
sorry.
down,
Okay.
tilting.
That's okay.
and
If you
going
want
to
to,
the base
if you want to
again.
zoom in
That's
for
okay,
good
zoom in, it's
video
really
with a toe
nice.
hold, we will do that first.
Did you guys already see the lobster in the hole?
Yes.
Oh gosh, that's a beautiful view.
Holding.
Wow. So the polyps are these little tiny white spots that we see on the black branches.
Now pushing it.
That is an incredibly
Isn't that
delicate looking animal. Group of
That's
animals.
all you rolling.
Pulling to the near ground.
Wow, that is pretty. Ooh. No commensals. No brittle stars on this guy.
I see a
Wow,
little-
Doesn't
I didn't
it?
see that. I tell you what,
Do
we
these
haven't
have-
seen that many brittle stars at all,
What do you
really.
see?
Okay.
No, I was talking
I just
inside
wondered-
there, just little pink
uh,
something
Really
like that.
different.
Just
Yeah.
wondering if maybe it has some,
Okay.
Something
Yeah, right.
nasty
Come
yeah,
back to the
something
right.
that
that would
repels
prevent
them.
Guys got
fouling.
about 1 minute.
Because they
We'll
look
clean
so
up.
delicate.
Okay.
you know?
Roger that.
That's good.
Big pink coral.
Well, actually, I'm kind of curious. We can do a little drift test real quick. You know, I could just let it go for a second before I
Yeah,
push out.
you got room.
You want to drop a target?
I'm gonna give you your camera back. Give you your camera.
Okay, sorry, Asako. The pilots would like to do a drift test, and that is to
Yep.
I guess I
let the
should point
vehicle,
right into it.
you know, just go in the current and see what's going on with that current.
What's your heading?
It's like a 140.
140.
Ready? Off stick.
Guys using electronics, you're going to drop a target to compare the difference.
The stuff in the water column is still blowing by you quite a bit.
Point 25 meters per second.
It's still blowing
Oh,
past you.
no, I can put it
Not
in.
even moving full speed.
No. Look at it in serious. You can see how much it's blowing past you.
It's 0.3. Okay. Well,
What do you see for speed?
I saw 0.3 meters per second backward.
Oh, that's just half a knot. It's not bad. Okay.
Must have been worse than that.
I think it's worse than that right
Yeah.
now too. So if you could make a right turn, please,
Okay.
and then push out.
Okay. Going to 220.
I think we could give the 15-minute call out.
Yep, that's
15
good.
minute eye.
Dan, you agree?
I do.
Okay. Cool.
Bridge ROV nav.
Sure, 240 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are just about to pull off the bottom, and it's a shallow dive, so we are ready for the 15-minute call out.
Okay.
Thank you, Rich.
Dan, you ready? I'll make my turn.
Thank you, pilot.
Go ahead.
Thank you,
Okay,
co-pilot.
I'm turning left.
Thank you,
You're
navigator.
welcome. Thank you, Science.
And thank you, video.
Thanks all to our shoreside support. Can't do it without you guys.
You're wrong. You muted
Yep.
yourself. Okay, now do it.
There you go. For those of you guys still on the telecon, we are about prepping to leave bottom now, and we'll be heading back onto the telecon in about 15 minutes for the dive planning call. We're going to be talking about
You wanna
Mog, which
stretch
is
out
our
till you
dive
see the
tomorrow,
tether?
and then about Hadel Ridge, which is our dive for the following day.
Oh, somehow I had Shamamoro in there.
That was the old dive plan.
That you sent me.
No, it shouldn't be.
Oh, then maybe I have the wrong one that I
You're
saved.
ready for the ship coming
Anyway,
up
so
and out
Okay.
the next
Just wait to
dive
see
is
the tether.
Hadel Ridge after Mog.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay.
They just said that. I must be looking at an old one.
Pushing out.
Is there anything anyone wants to wrap up on the telecon prior to us leaving the bottom and disconnecting the call for the day?
Be nice to have a dive summary of what we've seen so far and where we're at for recording.
For this dive?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's see. We've
There it is.
seen,
Okay.
All right.
We can come ahead.
we landed
Copy
actually a
that.
little
Right,
bit
ready to go up?
shallower than what we thought we were
Ready
to
where
ROV
we
now?
would be.
Yeah. I'm ready to come up.
Dropped it, yeah.
Yeah.
We've
yeah,
gone
we are
through
ready for the
several
standard
different
recovery.
sites,
up.
Half a knot through the
geologically
water,
speaking, with
disable
lots of
port
different
prop,
substrate types.
and,
And
prepare for
along with each of
controls
those
to
substrate
switch to
types,
the
I'm
aft station.
going to turn this off here.
Yeah, it's
So I can hear myself talk. Along with each of those different substrate types, we saw
Thank you,
different
Rich.
biological
I'm gonna
communities
take
as
auto-heading
well.
off 'cause you're
So in
pulling
the
your
first
current anyway.
area, about 374 meters where we
Okay, I'm
landed,
coming
there
up
were
at 26. Ooh.
abundant stoloniferous
Sorry.
octocorals, at least
Coming up to
2, maybe
26.
3 different species. We saw some geodias and pachistrelids that were very common.